The truth was supposed to come out. A secret list of powerful people connected to Jeffrey Epstein. A list that many believed would finally reveal who was involved in some very serious wrongdoings. But just days ago, the government said, it doesn't exist. No client list. No bombshell documents. Nothing left to see. And just like that, the story disappeared. But wait, weren't we told just a few months ago that the list was real? That it was sitting on someone's desk, ready to be shown to the world? Influencers were called into the White House. Special folders were handed out with labels like Declassified and Phase 1. The excitement was huge. People thought this was it, the moment the truth finally came out. But now, everything's quiet again. Why? What changed? And most importantly, who is being protected? Let's look at how this story went from front-page headlines to complete silence, and why so many believe the government is hiding something very big. It all started with a bold claim. Pam Bondi, a well-known government official, said something that shocked everyone. In a TV interview, she told the public that she had a list connected to Epstein's illegal activity, right on her desk. That comment lit a fire online.
Sitting on my desk right now to review, that's been a directive by President Trump.
Many believe the list included names of celebrities, world leaders, and powerful business people. After years of rumors and strange connections, it seemed like proof was finally coming. Bondi wasn't the only one saying this. Others hinted at it too. On social media, influencers and political commentators said huge revelations were coming soon. People waited. They wanted answers. And then, the big moment came. Kind of. In February, something unusual happened. A group of popular internet personalities, many with huge followings, were invited to the White House. There, they were handed special folders. The labels were bold: Epstein Files, Phase 1, and Declassified. Everyone expected jaw-dropping information. But inside, mostly documents people had already seen before. Public records, news clippings. Nothing new, nothing game-changing, and definitely no list. The public felt tricked. What was supposed to be a major reveal felt more like a distraction. Even Elon Musk joined the conversation. He posted a meme of a clown putting on makeup, mocking the whole situation and the people who had promised something bigger. Still, some influencers claimed the real stuff hadn't come out yet. They said this was just Phase 1, that more was coming, that the list was real and still being reviewed. That gave people hope, but not for long. After the disappointing file drop, Pam Bondi didn't back down. She said there was a truckload of evidence ready to be released. She claimed the FBI had handed over a mountain of material, and that the current administration was sitting on it. Then everything changed. Just days ago, the Department of Justice released a short memo. In it, they said there is no client list. No new documents would be released. And most of what they had was sealed permanently. That shocked a lot of people. Bondi had clearly said there was more to come, that she had seen the materials, that big names were involved. Now the official story is, that list doesn't exist. Which raises a question: was Bondi mistaken? Or was someone trying to shut the story down? One of the most confusing parts of the Epstein case is all the talk about hidden evidence. Pam Bondi claimed there were tens of thousands of recordings and photos connected to Epstein's wrongdoing. She said this was one of the reasons the documents were delayed. Later, the Department of Justice confirmed they did have a large collection of material, over 10,000 items including images and videos. But they said this content was being kept sealed to protect privacy, and because of ongoing legal rules. No one outside the investigation knows what's in those files. And that's where people start to ask questions. If those files include evidence of illegal behavior involving powerful people, why aren't we allowed to see any of it? Why not bring those people to justice? Why is the case closed with only 2 people ever facing charges? Of course, no story about Epstein can ignore what happened in 2019. That's when he was found dead in his jail cell, just weeks after being arrested. The official explanation? He took his own life. But not everyone believes that. Here's why. 2 security guards fell asleep during their shift that night. The cameras were reportedly not working properly. And there's a missing minute of footage that no one can explain. Even the Attorney General at the time called it a perfect storm of screw-ups. A lot of people think it was too perfect. After all, Epstein had connections to some of the most powerful people in the world. If anyone had reasons to stop the truth from coming out, it would have been them. And now, with the government saying the files are sealed forever, those suspicions are growing even louder. When the Department of Justice said there would be no more documents, the internet reacted immediately. Many popular voices online, especially those who believed a cover-up was happening, were outraged. Influencer Jack Posobiec called the whole thing a disaster. Alex Jones joked that next, the government would say, Epstein never even existed. Even some of the influencers who got those declassified folders felt betrayed. They had promised their followers the truth, and got nothing in return. And remember, this wasn't just some random event. This was being hyped as the moment everything would change. Instead, the memo felt like a door slamming shut. So here's the biggest question of all. Who are they protecting? Epstein had connections to world leaders, celebrities, business owners, tech moguls, and even royalty. He flew with former presidents, attended elite events, donated millions. And yet, when it came time for accountability, only 2 people were ever charged, Jeffrey Epstein himself and his associate Ghislaine Maxwell. No other names. No public investigations. No one else brought to justice. Why? Some say it's because the evidence wasn't strong enough. Others believe it's because the names involved are too powerful, too wealthy, too important. In short, they were untouchable. And if that's true, it means we're looking at more than just a criminal case. We're looking at a system that protects its own, no matter what. So what really happened? Was there ever a client list? Or was it just a rumor that got out of control? Were officials truly planning to release more files? Or was it all just smoke and mirrors? And why is the government so quick to say case closed, when so many questions remain? We may never know what's in those sealed documents. We may never learn who was involved. But the people haven't forgotten. The questions are still out there. The demand for truth is louder than ever. Because when powerful people do wrong and get away with it, it affects everyone. This story isn't just about Epstein. It's about truth, transparency, and accountability. And until those questions are answered, people will keep asking. And one last question remains. What are they hiding?